I grew up and was raised in the South Bronx. You know, yeah, I was been there since like the '70s. So yeah, I'm a '70s baby.
What was it like being a kid in the Bronx? Can you describe the living conditions?
Well, the living conditions was, I won't say it was so poverty stricken, because even though I didn't get a lot of things I wanted when I grew up, I did get a lot of things when I grew up, you know. I mean, as far as the Bronx, as far as the question and what you just brought to me, I mean, it's understandable. It explains all the vacant lots in the South Bronx, because, you know, everywhere you turned in the South Bronx, it was a abandoned building or was a vacant lot, and that kind of, on our off time, became our playgrounds and all types of times, you know.
When you were a kid, what were some of your dreams? What did you want to be in life?
Well, when I grew up, or when I was growing up, my dreams was to go to college. You know, that's everybody. I think everybody dreams at some point is, yes, I'm going to go to college, you know. But I think after high school, my love for music and entertainment and performing mainly became my scope of it shaped me to become who I am and what I am today. You know, I think college is great, but if you're not really sure what you're going to go to college for, I just think you should pick up a trade, because a trade you could take with you anywhere in the world. That diploma or that degree, it's good, but if you going to college to look for a job and not own something, it's very different. A trade you could take with you all over the world, and it goes with you because it's a skill you have. It's a skill set. So I'm always encouraging kids to learn a skill set versus taking all these degrees and taking this in science and all this, and then you wind up being manager at Popeyes. Like, you can't use none of that skill stuff you learned in college and Popeyes, you know. But if you got a skill set, it's always like understanding the demographics you're about to get in. So plumbers, you look for a skill set that's very highly sought after, and if you take that skill set, you'll always have a job. If you don't know what you're gonna do, then you still gonna be trying to figure out what you want to do when you get out of college. Now you done spent 4 years and you got like a shitload of money you owe now, and the government's gonna get theirs with interest. So if you don't know and your skill set ain't right, or your degree ain't right, and you still owe that money, you got to pay that in an amount of time. Skill set, get that skill set, you make that money, pay off whatever you learned. Don't take no 4 years for a real trade or skill set, maybe 2, maybe a year, 2 years. And, that's what I encourage a lot of children to do, is to understand what you're getting into, instead of saying, I'm going to college because that's what your family hypes you up to do.
Did you like school?
I liked school at the beginning, and then my attention span just was somewhere else. It wasn't in college. Wasn't focused on high school and college no more. At one point I wanted to drop out. I didn't even want to do high school no more. It was just like, what am I doing? I'm not even interested. I don't want to go to school. It's too early. It's 2 minutes taking up most of my day. And I'm a kid saying it's taking up most of my day. And, I just made a promise to my grandmother that she promised that if I got a diploma, I could do anything I want, and she would back me in anything I wanted to do. So I went and got that diploma, because I think when I first went to high school, I wanted to be an electrical engineer. And when I got to the school that had the electrical engineering program, that program was no longer available there. So now I'm in a high school, not understanding what I'm about to do. I don't know what I was doing. So I wound up in the lunchroom in the gymnasium rhyming for most of the day.
What would you say is the fondest moment of your childhood?
I don't know. Finest moment? It's hard to peg that, because when you growing up, even, getting in the game of hip hop, when these moments and memories are happen, it's just so organic and natural that you don't even know it's happening. So you don't even know it is a moment until you could sit back and reflect and go, oh shit, yeah, I remember that. Or somebody else will tell you your moment. Won't even be you knowing your moment. And when they tell you, some of my greatest moments is when people can tell me where they first seen me at, or see me at a show, something to do in my field of music. That's my moment, because it somehow uplifted somebody else. Moments that fuck me up is when somebody say, yo, Ness, man, yo, God bless you, man, thank you for everything, your music got me through college. Huh? How can my music get you through college? I mean, you might study and do all that shit. How can music get you through college? You know, so when somebody tells me that college ain't 2 days, college ain't 2 weeks, college ain't 2 months, college is 2 to 4 years. And those are probably the most loyal fans you'll have. Because some point in time, they was probably up 2 in the morning studying, doing what they do. And your shit came on and gave them that spark. Or they might have said, I'm tired, man, I need a fucking break, let me get some coffee. And your shit came on and your shit was like, who the fuck is this nigga? Oh shit. And they would record it and take that shit all around the dorm room. That was the moment, like, for them, that introduced you to them. And they grew up with you. So when I see my demographics or my fans that grew up off my music, it just lets me know that my career wasn't a waste of time, you know. It lets me know that that work I put in was well worth the effort. Yes, I've obtained a lot of materialistic things, financially, you know, material-wise, but when your music could uplift a person, or especially another artist, I'm very humble when artists come to me, you know, regardless what the records sound like. They probably go, he's an asshole, he's a dickhead, I ain't be scared, man, say what's up to that nigga, he probably all full of himself. Nah, I'm very humble, man. Truth is, I'm a humble, grounded dude, until somebody thinks they better than me. Then our shit goes out the window. Then, you know, it's competition now, it's competitive, you know. Because I'm coming humble, I'm coming grounded, I'm coming cool. When you start thinking you're better than me, then you become the target, you know. You become the inspiration.
Did you ever think you were gonna make it?
Not sure. See, in our era, there's filters and gatekeepers and standards. It was a lot to become an artist. It's not like, okay, internet, I throw it on here. It's this, I'll do this. Oh, I'm put it on YouTube. We ain't have all that. You really had to be accepted by the businesses and your peers and colleagues. So it wasn't no just do something and throw it out there. And that's what I always tell artists, like, I take it serious. When we came up, you did a mixtape, it was 3 to 5 songs on a mixtape. And you took months of years to complete these 3 to 5 songs to show the world that you had what it take to become an artist. And when you know you sent it to all these labels and you would call, you get my tape, get my tape, get my tape. And the day you got that call, like, yo, yeah, we got your tape, come in. That was like it. I think, it's on, you know? And, yeah, so you was so competitive to show the world that you were great. Now, I'm talking 3 to 5 songs here. Case being, is this generation, they don't got it as hard. And I'm not saying it as a knock, because when you try to critique and tell them the struggles we went through, the first thing they say is like, oh, y'all always hate. No, we ain't hating. We telling you how real it was with us. You know, now you got a mixtape, you put 12 to 14 songs on there. We had 3 to 5 options. You have 12 to 14 options. If you can't prove the world you're nice with 12 to 14 options, opportunities, fucking hang it up. Don't waste nobody's time. You know, because that's how you know you nice. It don't take you 16 bars, man. I'm a critic. And I've discovered and worked with some of the greatest people in the world. So if your first 4 to 6 bars ain't compelling, oh man, fuck that, man, because we ain't have that. I'm not giving you that break. It's tough love. And it's tough love to be great, you know? If they ain't gonna give you that tough love, then you ain't gonna be great. Cause man, to appreciate success, you gotta embrace the struggle. If you don't have no struggle, you're not gonna really feel like you deserve this opportunity. When you get there and become successful, it was too easy. You know? Anytime I want inspiration, all I gotta do is look out the window and watch somebody go to work. And just say, I don't want to do that. And my inspiration comes from there. You know, and what I do, from being an artist to being a DJ to being a producer to being a consultant, sometimes management, I ain't take up none of this shit in school. This shit is instinctual with me. It's a gift. It's by design. You know, so when I hear people, it's hard, man, fuck that, man. You just fucking sound like a loser. You know, when I hear artists saying, oh, you know, y'all had y'all time, you need to pass the torch. Fuck out of here. Stop crying. Get the fuck out of here. You know, because we had to take what we want. Wasn't no telling Melly Mel, or Cool G Rap, or Keras One, okay, y'all doing y'all thing. Let me get my time now. It's my turn. Fuck out of here. That's such a fucking loser's attitude. It's our time now. You know? It's like big kids playing on a basketball court and you want to play. Well, guess what? You got to get fucking nice and maybe they'll put you on the team. If you ain't fucking nice, just sit your ass down and wait till we play till 8, 9 o'clock. And when we decide to leave and eat dinner, then you could play. And it's the same thing with music, you know?
Why are the 5%ers so important to hip hop?
Well, I was around a lot of God bodies and earths and different people from that magnitude of life, and it taught me. Well, a lot of my friends taught me a lot of different things from that. You know, being able to dig deeper into it. Nah, I don't think I would do it any justice, you know, but I think it's a positive system that has you focus on knowledge of self. Definitely I got knowledge of self, and when you go into it and you think about how they raised you in school, they don't teach you shit about yourself. And everything they teach you is such a fucking slap in the face. You were slaves. Okay, you had Martin Luther King. You know, he was for... And they always thought of Martin Luther King, he was for peace. And they throwing shit at him and doing all this shit to him. Shit ain't cool. That shit don't make you feel good about what you feel you gotta accomplish in life to get peace. You know, you in the hood, nigga, deck you deck them back. Like, fuck. I'm gonna turn the other cheek, my brother. No, fuck that. You know, they teach you about Rosa Parks, but they don't teach you about the outcome of Rosa Parks. Yeah, she sat in the back of the bus. That is true. You know, I mean, she sat in the front of the bus. Let's fix that. That is true. And she was arrested for it. But they don't tell you the outcome of how we fix the shit. Which meaning, with that in mind, if you're going to treat our sister like that or treat our people like that, then we don't need to ride your fucking bus. And they boycott it and they cut that shit out quick. You know? And that's what I think people don't understand about when you marching and you doing these things. You have to systematically break down a march to me and tell me how the shit is going to work. I'm just not going to just march. Oh, equal? Nah, I'm not doing all that shit. You know, let's boycott some shit. Let's get together and say, you know what? Okay, these people don't like us. Okay, who are they backed by? Okay, they backed by this company. Let's not buy none of their shit. Since y'all want to support them, we don't fuck. That's what they do to us. You know, so with all that, you know, you got to have a focused energy. We got to be organized, man. And I don't think we so far off from being organized. It's not even funny how off we are because we wasn't systematically taught how to be together. You know, it was always out for self, even in the hood, you know. So now as you get older and you look at things different and you just really realize how unorganized we are. I tell people this, I just said this the other day. This is how fucked up we are. You know, you will try to get down with a social group or a certain group of people. You know, no race, just that social group you're trying to be a part of. And when you try to get down, they tell you you're not good enough to be down. Alright. So you go out in life and you bust your ass and you do everything. Why would you bust your ass, blood, sweat, and tears, grind, struggle, fucking damn near exhaust yourself to make it up the social ladder to hang out with the same people that fucking rejected you from the beginning? Do that make any sense? But people do that every day. People live their life for other people's approval. You know, so when you look at the things you buy and the way you live your life, is it the things that you truly want? Or are you looking for that notoriety or validation? If you're looking for that, then you don't have knowledge of self. You lost in a motherfucker. You know, because you got to understand how great you are before anybody else can understand how great you are. If you don't know how great you are, you're not going to find it in material things. You ain't going to find it in getting validated by somebody else. You could have $2 million and they'll make you feel like you broke because you don't have knowledge of self. You know, you get all this money and you got 2 million, and 2 million, that's a great accomplishment. Oh, you're not with us. We got this and we got that. And we'll make them niggas feel like they got $2. You know? So, yeah, knowledge of self is very important.
What was the scariest moment of your life?
Scariest moment. I don't know. I really don't know. Because a lot of things you see in the hood becomes natural. Don't become scary no more when you see it enough times, you know? So it's like, I think scariest moment for me is losing a family member you love, you know? Like, you know, when you lose a family member, it don't even become a scary moment. It just become, or if something horrific happens to a family member, that becomes your scariest moment, because when you love somebody that much and something happens to them, it happens to you.
Did your family support you while you were trying to make it in the industry?
Grandmother, you know. The rest of the family thought it was just a fantasy, a mirage or some shit, you know. They ain't really think it was gonna really, I mean, family members to this day, the notoriety that I get from some of the greatest artists in the world blows their mind. Like, yeah, so-and-so did this interview and he talked about you. Like, you, I'm like, my nephew, or, you know. So, you know, my grandmother, she supported me. I mean, she supported me to like no ends, you know. Like I said, she told me once I get a diploma, she would support me. So it'd be times like, you know, it's like, why you ain't in the studio this weekend? You know, nah, I don't got no money, you know, not in. Okay, she go in her room. Need you to go get something from the store for me. I go, okay. You know, I'll go to the store, come back, be like 150, 200 on the dresser. Like, is that enough to go to the studio now? And I would go to the studio. So, I mean, oh man. When I think of my grandmother, she was like everything to me. I mean, everything. She ain't even have to yell at me to make me cry. Just her look of disappointment would just break me down. To just break me down. Like, because I never, ever want to disappoint her. So the stuff I was doing in the street or whatever shenanigans I was getting into, that would never come in the house. to her, I was an angel. Not my grandson, you know. So yeah, my grandmother supported me like no other.